What's happening boxing? What's happening YouTube? And about that boxing, we're gonna cover last night's heavyweight doubleheader with Jared Big Baby Anderson versus Ryad Merhy. Also on that card as the co-main event was Ajba versus Guido Vianello. And then the only other bout I'm gonna cover is the Abdullah Mason versus Ronald. Let's go ahead, but before we get into it, please like, subscribe, hit the notifications, do all that stuff y'all know that helps to support the content in the channel. All right, let's get into it. The first match I really want to cover is going to be Abdullah Mason versus Ronald. All right. Ronald was clearly and completely outmatched, outclassed, out everything. I would really like to start seeing Abdullah Mason fight a little bit better competition. You know, he's 13 with 11 knockouts, 0 losses, 0 draws. I would really like to start seeing him face a little bit better competition. Just a little bit. He's considered a 3.5-star fighter at this early stage in his career. I would like to see him stop fighting these 0 and 1-star fighters and maybe fight some 2 to 2.5-star fighters so we could see a little bit more of what he's made of and, you know, still keep developing him. But man, let's please give him a little bit better competition. Great knockout, great performance. He did everything he was supposed to do. Not taking nothing from Abdullah Mason. I'm just saying whoever is handling him, Bob Arum, whoever, let's get this guy a little bit better competition. But overall, great performance by him. He wins with a 4th-round knockout. He was literally just beating this guy up all over the ring. Ronald, man, I hope you get well and recover, man. Your record is now, it looks like 14-5-0. This may not be the thing for you. I know you're trying to make a check, but this just may not be the thing for you. All right, the next event we are going to cover is going to be Ajba versus Guido Vianello. All right, Vianello came in 12. Looks like, I think he was undefeated, but he had a draw, so it's 12-0-1. And then Ajba, of course, we know was 19-1-0. He moves up to 21-0 with a victory, a very slim victory over Guido Vianello. Vianello rocked Ajba early in the fight. Ajba was hurt. He almost stumbled back into his corner, but he came out in the 3rd round. Very composed, corrected himself, even switched to southpaw one time. He looked a little uncomfortable throwing his hook and everything in that position, but, you know, maybe it's something he's working on. But he did end up pulling this victory off, and I'm talking about a very slim victory. Cards were as close as 94-96, 96-94, and then Ajba just edged Vianello with another 96-94 card. All right, so he maintains WBC Silver Heavyweight Championship. Big ups to Ajba. Definitely needs to work on his hand positioning after throwing punches. He leaves himself open right before and right after. Felt like I was playing Mike Tyson Punch-Out watching this because he was doing this pretty regularly. So anybody of a little bit more caliber would have probably taken full advantage of this. Next, let's go ahead and move up. Now we're going to go ahead and move to Big Baby Jared Anderson versus Ryad Merhy. Now, Ryad Merhy, I don't want to see this guy in the ring no more. I don't want to see him in the ring no more. This dude basically survived for the complete 10 rounds. Jared Anderson pulls off a unanimous decision. Y'all see I have very little footage. Jared Anderson came out in a racing outfit, and I guess this was in reference to his police chase, which got up to a rumored 200 mph. So this was his little, you know, I don't know what it was, but this was his little way of saying, hey, I'm here. Even after the chase, call me the fast man, whatever you want to call me, but I'm here. And he showed up. He didn't do anything super spectacular. He pretty much won this fight with jabs. It was a very boring fight, and he has Ryad Merhy to blame for it. I don't want to see this dude anywhere again. He supposedly was a champion at cruiserweight. Stay in the cruiserweights, bro. This heavyweight thing that's a different level for you. Jared Anderson, a different level for you. He was actually 32-1-0. I'm really interested. I want to see who this guy was fighting, what level of opponents, because he's only a 2.5 level fighter, and he was fighting a bunch of guys around his same level. But most of these guys, he was fighting guys, look, Paris. Yeah, a lot of these fights look like they were happening overseas. Mainly looks like maybe his actual home country. in Belgium is where he got most of his records. So, you know, that speaks volumes. He's now 32-3-0 as Jared Anderson moves up to 17-0-0 with 15 knockouts. He did not knock this guy out. Like I said, the performance was very blah, but when you got a guy that's not doing anything, Jared Anderson did start trying to take some risks, and I just think he should have been able to get this guy out of there. This guy was basically not on his level. He must have felt the power of Jared Anderson and immediately backed off. Anyway, Top Rank, do not go to Belgium. Do not get Ryad Merhy again for a fight. It is not a good ass move. Jared Big Baby Anderson needs to stop being big babied, and they need to start giving him some real competition. He needs to start fighting guys the same thing. You know, I understand you want to take your time, let him correct some of the things that he needs to correct before he goes in there against some real champions. But my point is, he's considered by many to be about a 3.5 to 4 star fighter, but he's still fighting guys that are 1 to 2 star fighters. So let's get him a 2.5 star fighter. Let's get him closer to his level and see what Jared Big Baby Anderson could really do. But shout out to him for the victory. He did everything he was supposed to do. He shouldn't have got too risky. Why even do it? This guy's not game at all. This guy came to Top Rank for a check, and he got his check. That's all I got to say on this one. Y'all let me know what y'all think of the fight. Y'all let me know if I'm correct in saying that 2 of these fighters really need to step their competition up just a little bit to give us a little bit better gauge of how good they really are. Anyway, that's all I got for this one, man. Like, subscribe, hit the notifications. Please share the content. And if you want to support the channel, hit me on the Cash App. Even $2 will do. I'll be back with another one.